Hello, everybody. It is Women Wednesday. Hope you guys are doing well. Please let us know. We'll give it a second to have some people join. I hopefully we're streaming good. We have a couple things. I have a couple things in the background uploading, so hopefully everything comes out good, and I'm not pixelated or anything like that. So it's Women Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're watching this live or if you're watching the replay, my name is Sandra Noemi Torres. I am the president and founder of United Latinas, an organization created to empower and uplift Latina women and all women. You know, in general, we believe in the fairness of all of us, but with a specific emphasis on Hispanic and Latina women. And for today's Women Wednesday, I have with me Marisol Gonzalez. Welcome, Marisol.
Thank you, Sandra.
I am so happy to have you. And Marisol has an organization called Hey, and she's going to share with you a little bit about her work and what she does. But we're also in the steering committee together for this Hispanic Heritage Month. It's been a blessing trabajando contigo y todo. It's just, I love your energy and your leadership, you know, and that's what I want to kind of make these things about is empowering Latinas with leadership, with leaders, you know, by emulating. So share with us, Marisol, dinos un poquito en inglés o en español, lo que quieres.
Oh, well, thank you, Sandra. You are a person I told you already I admire, and I love this initiative that you are doing with women. And we believe in the power of women, but women together, working together from a point of view of sharing and helping each other, we are more powerful. In the spirit of helping each other, we created Hispanic Entrepreneur Initiative. This initiative was created by a group of women entrepreneurs a year ago, and the purpose is to empower our Hispanic entrepreneurs through training and coaching programs to help them build sustainable businesses in the US. And why we did it is because we understand that it's not easy to be an entrepreneur. There are so many pitfalls, but when you add the layer of being an immigrant and needing to understand how business is done in the US, what is the business culture, how do you do that crossover, that makes things a little bit more complicated. Add the COVID to this mix, and you have a recipe for disaster. So by working together and learning together and helping these entrepreneurs navigate the roadmap through creating processes, to being careful, to starting with the mindset of that entrepreneur and that business culture that you have in your organization, I believe everybody can do a great job and everybody deserves the opportunity. And thank you for facilitating these talks. I have heard so many amazing women here come and share what they are doing. And United Latinas is a role model of supporting women in business. Thank you, Sandra.
Thank you so much, Marisol. I mean, you yourself bring so much to the table. Share with us a little bit about like the nonprofit side and your work with that, because I know you do a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, well, Hey is a nonprofit. It's a
Mm-hmm.
nonprofit organization. Um, it was created right now. Almost all our programs are at no cost to the entrepreneurs because they are the ones who need it the most and the ones that are facing all these economic difficulties. So that's how, and we created it as a nonprofit because I have been in the nonprofit scene since I was a teenager. I believe it's my passion. I believe we all can be difference makers, and if you associate with great organizations, the impact multiply. So I was involved for many years with the Children's Museum in Boca Raton. That was the love of my life. I believe children are the future, and Florence Fuller Child Development Centers uh, took over the Children's Museum, and we were creating this environment that fosters learning and growth. I'm also a volunteer for Florence Fuller. They have over 800 children in their two campuses. Right now, also going through all the changes and challenges of COVID, but great organization that supports families. A lot of their families are our minorities. A lot of their families are Hispanic essential workers, like the entrepreneurs that we teach. Um, we also, I also have involvement with the junior league. Actually, right now I'm sitting outside the junior league. I apologize if there is noise, but I had an issue with alarms in my building. The junior league is an organization that empowers women through volunteerism. There are over, I think, 800 members.
Wow.
And here you learn how to be a volunteer. There are so many opportunities to partner with local organizations. I also belong to the YMCA. I believe in children, family, and education. And the YMCA also is a great example of how families come first, and you need to work with the whole family. You can teach the children, but if the parents don't have the opportunity, if the parents don't grow, if the parents don't have a better economic future, then the work is not complete. So I believe supporting the three areas is important.
Yeah, I agree completely. Tell us a little bit about you, because you lived across the globe. You traveled. I know you said, where did you say the other day, that you were talking about where you lived, and you said the system and the government was working very, very.
Yeah, well, because of my husband's prior positions, he's now retired because of health issues. Um, I moved 18 times in 23 years. We live from the Philippines, Brazil, Mexico, Switzerland, all over the US. I think that was very important for me. I always had the opportunity to be associated with nonprofit organizations, um, for women and for families, like I mentioned before. But it is amazing to see how much work in each of the countries there are a group of people committed to do and make a difference. To me, that was so fulfilling. And also, it gives you a different point of view of humanity. You see all the common traits. It doesn't matter if you are Swiss, or if you are German, or you are French, or you are American or Latin. We all want the same. We all have those needs for family, for connection, for growth. So I believe it shaped me into who I am today. And that's why I love to support our Hispanics that are coming here. I was them once, coming into the new country, being scared, getting into a room where I'm supposed to do networking when I have no idea really what networking is in this country. Because in Latin America, networking comes from your family and your friends, and it's kind of like second nature to us. But to understand that I have to do it with a process, and I have to present myself in a way, and I have to have an elevator pitch, that was really scary. So I always say we are the people we serve, because we are.
Yeah, I love that. I always say that even the things that we create, is really you were answering a solution to a problem that we ourselves have had at some point. I love all of your involvement, like in nonprofit. Just knowing that, I think that's very hard for a lot of people to maneuver and to decide if they want to do a nonprofit or a for-profit company. And I love your travel experience, because like that, I admire that so much. To have the different experiences and different cultures, just really does make you feel connected to everybody and everything. And it's up to all of us to do something with our lives. And I think you set such a great example with that. So
Yeah, I believe people need to be open to new experiences and to new cultures, and to different people. South Florida, we have people from so many different backgrounds. You go into a chamber of commerce and you find people from different nationalities. I believe in diversity. diversity brings so much to the table, and not only diversity in the sense of uh, where you are from, diversity in the sense of diversity of thought, diversity in the sense of all kinds of orientations, what you do, what kind of business, what is your history. We grow so much by getting in front of people that are different than us. So I encourage everybody. I have been in the two sides, in the nonprofit and in the for-profit side. I used to have my own company that was Image 360, and I see all the opportunities for the entrepreneurs. But you know what happens? And sometimes we put our own walls up. I had so many uh, doubts, if you can call them like that, starting with, oh, I have an accent. What's going to happen? They are not going to understand me. How I'm going to present what I do. You know what? You need to just push forward, be authentic, bring something to the table, do things not expecting what you are getting in return, and things flow. And I'm the happiest when I see my journey back, because I have gotten to know so many wonderful people like you, Sandra, like John, like Morella, like Valentina and Yulimar, my partners in Hey. They made me better. They helped me grow. And I'm so, so appreciative of that.
I love that, and I can't wait to have Valentina on and Julie Mark. So it's beautiful when you can connect with people and have a circle around you that is positive, uplifting, encouraging, and um, I just think that's critical for our health, our own mental health and well-being.
Yes. No, and I believe here there are so many people that have so much talent. I admire these entrepreneurs throughout this year. I was reflecting last night as we enter our last trimester of 2020, that is also the end of our first year as Hey. And we have seen the struggle. But you know what? I have seen more than that. I have seen the determination. I have seen the resiliency. I have seen people helping each other and working together and growing together. And I'm so impressed and I'm so honored that have been part of that journey. And I hope 2021 is better for everybody. And we are here for those entrepreneurs. They can reach out to us, and many, many more opportunities and programs are going to open in 2021. And I hope we can continue serving.
Yeah, I think you definitely will, and we'll put the link. Definitely want to have, how can people get in contact with you and find out about your upcoming events? Are todos son en español, or is half and half, or?
No, some are in English, some are in Spanish. This month we have one in English and one in Spanish. On October 15th, we have a forum. We do business forums once a month, and it is in English. Renata Urbina is going to talk about cross-cultural communication. That is so important now more than ever in this virtual world. You have the opportunity to interact with anybody in the globe at any given time. But there are rules of engagement. You need to understand how to talk to people from a different culture. Even for a Zoom meeting, maybe there is something that is acceptable in Latin America that is not acceptable here, or the other way around. So, how you do this communication in an effective way? How you run a meeting, especially in this virtual way? How you send an email that goes with the rules of how people communicate here. That's very important. So that is October 15th at 6 p.m. And then October 21st, we go into our virtual classroom. That is in Spanish. We have virtual classrooms once a month. And it is consideraciones de cómo abrir un negocio en los Estados Unidos. It is very important when you open a business in the US, what you need to know. that 80-20. You need to be prepared. You need to have a plan. You cannot improvise. Improvisation is too costly for the entrepreneur. So you can follow us in our social pages in Facebook, Hey Florida, Instagram at Hey Florida, and our webpage is www.hey, H-E-I-H-A-E, heyflorida.org. Our events are listed there. Our events are also on Eventbrite, and you can follow us there.
Yay, wonderful. Thank you so much, Marisol, for coming on and spending this Women Wednesday with us.
Thank you,
I'm so
Sandra.
happy.
So appreciative.
Thank you, Marisol. All right, guys, tune in next week for Women Wednesday. Take care, guys.